morality.
We came in here to just and we came here to look at other people. Now my son's arguing there, and I'm arguing here. No.
It's a discussion.
Changing ideas.
I don't even know where he's got.
Oh, she's with them.
Just understand.
I think my dog means, so not me.
I mean, what rules you are following? You are following the
I guess my thing in life is you've got to walk in somebody else's shoes before you judge them.
No, I'm not judging. I want to understand.
Well, that is my rule. You've got to walk with somebody to understand. Because sometimes people do terrible things. And sometimes it's because of the way they've been brought up.
So, do you believe in a justice? Do you believe in justice? Yes.
Depends what justice is.
Well, justice means.
I'm really anti.
To give a right to
I'm really
people who they deserve a right.
Are you anti-establishment as well?
No, not really.
No. So that's the question. Who provides the justice?
It depends.
And who decides what's a crime? And once a crime has been investigated and then the person condemned, who punishes that person?
Well,
in your worldview?
laws, I guess, of the country. But I don't always agree with those.
Yeah, but you see, if you don't agree with the law that is established, then how will the society work?
Well, you need to have laws, obviously.
Yeah, but if you say you don't agree with it,
Well, the reason not that I don't agree with it, but the thing is there's lots of people that break laws in this country and they don't get punished.
yeah,
Because
like the prime ministers.
like
They go to other countries and they bomb innocent people and nobody brings them to account. See what I mean?
2004,
Yeah.
hunting with a pack of dogs was banned in this country. Every single Saturday, hundreds of hunts all around the country go out with their dogs. And what do you think they do? They tear the animals apart. Okay? Please protect the people on horseback because we're still a really classist system. They see the antis turn up and they immediately, like they're terrorists, those people, just because we try to stop the foxes being torn apart. Bearing in mind, they are breaking the law. Whether you agree with foxes or not, those people are breaking the law. Right?
Can I ask you something? You know,
as a dog.
Yeah, just one second. You're saying tearing apart a fox or an animal, no, hear me out, is bad. Do you know something far worse is happening in this country? Every year, there are more than 200,000 abortions in this country. What is your view about that?
I don't think abortion should be legal. But some people should not be allowed to have children.
Should not be allowed to have children?
Yes.
Well, who decides that?
Crimes. If say you've abused your child and killed it, you
No,
know,
obviously.
then you get to prison.
Yeah, obviously, if
So
they're going to
then
kill
they
their
should be
children.
sterilised. So
But
they
what I'm
should
saying-
never be allowed to have children again.
What I'm talking about is,
If someone like Baby P and all those people, those poor little children have been beaten up and the ambulance comes and their whole bodies have been crushed by some horrible person. You're not telling me they should be allowed to do their prison sentence and come out and then go on to have children.
no, but we are talking about exceptions here. What you're talking about is mothers or fathers killing their own children or abusing their children.
Yeah.
Obviously, that is something which is one of the worst crimes. But what I'm saying is, children who are not even born yet and aborted in their hundreds of thousands. Yes. So I hear many people talking about this hunting animals, using dogs and hounds is bad. I agree. I mean, this is not the way people should kill animals for their food or for sports. I think most of it is for sports. Exactly. Which to me is terrible.
It's
Should be.
somewhere where you both know you're into sport.
Yes.
Funny enough, that fox, when he's going all that way across country with like, I don't know, 100 hounds chasing him, that's not sport. And do you know why else is not sport?
No, they call it sports. I know they call it sports.
The terrier men, they go through the day before and they block all the holes up. Well, that fox has got nowhere to go. And if he does find a hole, guess what the terrier men have on their They have their little terrier.
But going back
down the hole.
to the abortion topic,
Yeah.
the child's own mother does it. You see what I mean?
Yes, I know.
Yes? Now to me that is more terrible than any fox being killed by a hound.
Yeah.
Yes, because as a human, compared to the value of as a human being and as we are human beings, I think we value children more than the animals out there. Not that the animals are completely basically without value or whatsoever, they should also be not treated badly or be torn by a fox, by a hound. Okay, that's also bad. But what I'm saying is that nobody speaks about this, which is legal in this country. Yes, so fox hunting is illegal, but this is still legal. Why does nobody speak about that?
Well, I guess it's because it's the same old thing, isn't it?
No, it's because we have been indoctrined into believing that this is perfectly normal and legit. You see what I mean?
but
So
that's quite
a country like
isn't it?
Britain, a country like European countries,
You
and
cannot
even
base your
America.
judgment on the country. You can't just
Yeah.
say, okay, the rules of the country are everything. Because there should be a justice. Yeah, there should be a justice.
Justice.
Apart from the rules of the country, because someone can get away with the rules in this country, but in the next life, there should be a judge.
They are killing life.
Yes, they are. Of course, they are killing us. Yes.
Especially because how many weeks is it now? You can have an abortion.
Say again?
20 weeks.
Yeah, they can. They've extended up to 23 weeks or something, I think. But look, whether it's 1 week or
We're supposed to be walking through.
1 week or 23 weeks, at the end of the day, it is something which is legitimate, and it is legitimate and is permitted. You see what I mean? Now, I think that's what the sister was trying to say. Like, who decides what is legal and what is illegal? What is punishable by law and what's not?
I think God should decide.
Yes, I think the ultimate objective.
I wish I did believe in God. I really wish I believed that when I died, something would happen, that I would go somewhere.
What if there was? No, let's say. Let's say for the sake of argument, those people who died, who are in your family, obviously didn't come back and tell you that there is nothing there. Okay, maybe they found out the reality after they closed their eyes. Yes?
I hope so. I really hope there is something.
But if you hope so, what have you prepared for that life? Afterlife? Have you prepared anything for it?
What do you mean prepared?
What I meant is, like, for example, if there was such a law, and if there was God and He has established a law that unless you do and obey His law, then you will be having your punishment, or if you obey His law, your reward in the afterlife.
Surely if God is such a kind and wonderful thing, He wouldn't punish me. Why would He punish me?
You know,
Just because I don't believe
I'm not
in
saying
Him.
He's going to punish you for the good things you have done,
Yeah.
but He'll punish you for things which you were supposed to do.
So Catholic priests then, when they've been, with the kids and everything else,
Obviously
they're
not.
religious.
Yes. Doesn't matter if he's religious. If a person is religious and he does something which is opposing the law of God, obviously that person has done a great sin.
Yeah.
Yes? So it doesn't matter if he calls himself a priest, or she calls herself a nun, or calls himself an imam, or whatever it is. At the end of the day, the law is established. It's not something which is vague. It has been set. And if you abide by it, you will be rewarded. But if you go against it, there's consequences. Now, you see, at the end of the day, if we both, let's say we both end up dead, yes, and which is something, yeah, we will.
That's for sure.
Exactly. So that is one thing no one can deny. Death is imminent. Yes, whether you believe in God or not, that is something which is guaranteed. Yes, you see, as a person who believes in God, yes, I can face God and say, yes, I prepared in this life based on to the best of my ability what I've done. Yes, so on the day of judgment, yes, I can actually answer God. But if a person has lived all his life or her life for 70, 80, 90 years, whatever life you live on this earth, and has not done anything that God has asked them to, then on the day of judgment, how will they stand in front of God?
But you see, to me, in my way, you eat meat, don't you?
What's that got to do with believing in God?
Well, because to me, if you were facing the sort of God that I would believe in, I would think that you are breaking the rules.
Are you saying your God tells you not to eat meat?
No, I don't.
Exactly my
I
point.
don't have a God.
So that is what I'm saying. If there was a God, yes? If there was, listen to this. If there was a God,
I understand what you're saying.
yeah.
But I don't.
Who's taking?
There's no one going to judge
No,
me.
but the question is, who's taking? Who's taking a bigger risk? A person who says that God doesn't exist, and it turns out that after you die, you realize that God does exist. Yes. Who's taking the bigger risk? You see, imagine I believed in God, and then I die, and then God doesn't exist. Yes. Have I got anything to lose?
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah,
But if you,
surely God
yeah.
is not going to judge me.
How do you say that?
Telling you have everything to lose.
I don't
see,
believe that.
Theists have
God
nothing
is such
to
a
lose.
great, powerful being.
But God is also just.
Treat me badly.
No, no.
What it is you both live life as subjectively. He lives life with his own belief. You live life with no belief. Wait, and you both have a comfort. Wait, I'm coming to. I'm trying to break it down for you. I'm coming to, and you both live life as however you wish so. And then if you both gonna end up obviously dead. And then if there's God, you lose out everything. Whereas if there's no God, he doesn't lose out anything.
The question is
So you're just covering your bits.
No, it's not just covering. Because I actually firmly believe there is a life after death. We have a meaning. There's a reason that we are here. Our life is not meaningless. Yes? We are not just here to be born, to eat, and then to die. Yes? Everything in the world has a meaning, and so do we. Yes? So one day, like I said to you, whether you believe in God or do not believe in God, we will face death. And if there is a life after death, yes, let's say there is no life after death. You know, even though I believed in God all my life, yes, I've not got much to lose. But you who has not believed in God, and then you realize there is a God, yes, you see you have a lot to lose. You're taking a big...
Because if he's so wonderful, surely he's going to go...
It's just.
So you...
It's the justice.
Okay, what you're saying...
He's not going to go hazel. You didn't believe in me, you're out, mate.
Okay, so basically you're telling me that... Imagine a class, imagine a classroom. Yeah. Imagine you appear in a test along with other classmates. Yes? You're saying your teacher is so wonderful that she or he is going to make everyone pass regardless of how you perform in your test. Do you think that's justice? Exactly my point. So why do you expect that of God then? Why would you expect that of God? That regardless of how anyone lives a life, yes, God is going to allow everyone to go to paradise free of charge. It doesn't work like that. You see what, madam?
It's merciful, but it's just at the same time.
Everybody will face the consequence. All the reward.
You're going to eat less meat.
Madam, can I ask you one question?
What did she say?
I will answer that. But can I ask you honestly one sincere question? One sincere question, yeah. I know you've given vegans and vegetarians a go, and you've been 1 year, as you said. Have you ever
I've
given?
been a vegetarian my whole life.
Okay, that's
No,
fair
you're not
enough.
a
Have you
prophet.
ever given? This is the question I'm asking. Have you ever given believe and theist any time or research?
I was Christian into the Christian faith.
But have you looked in other faiths such as this?
No, but do you still believe in God though?
So you have left Christianity.
Because I've had awful things happen in my life. Why would God allow that to happen to people in my family?
So are you blaming?
I'm not blaming God.
But it looks like you are.
No, I'm not.
You said, why did he allow it to happen in my family?
No,
In other words, you are.
God is everything and God is just.
No,
He's just. Why does he let so many horrible things happen around the world?
But
is that because those people have been
There's a
sinners?
test.
But you know, you need to realize something. You know, God is not just basically allowing everything bad to happen. There's a lot of good happening in the world as well.
There's a lot of bad that we've made
Yes,
happen.
but what you're trying to say is that all the bad that happens is because of God. But what about all the good things? They happen because of Him.
Good things, but most
You
bad things
should
are
give the credit to the
human
same
beings,
entity, right? All the good and all the
Are you
bad.
looking for actually a God or a takeaway? Because that's what when people bring this argument, why did God do this? As if they're in charge of God, right? and in charge of God. With all
I'm not
respect.
going to change your mind.
No. I'm saying to
All
you.
I'm saying is most awful things that happen on
But
earth.
I would say you coming with your son, that itself is a blessing, and you being healthy and all of that is all good.
And we need to change our
But
ways.
it's
you
a
didn't
test,
bring that,
madam.
though.
This life is just a test. This is where is the test. And then
You
can-
brought your
God
son
can
today.
judge.
I see that as
I
blessing.
didn't.
Oh, he came with it with
Yeah,
you.
yeah, we came
We see
together.
that as a feast, as a blessing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you see, so you should praise that to and
To be
credit that
honest
to
with
God.
you, ask any human being in the planet Earth, I know. Ask any human being in the planet Earth, most people they will have more good days than a few bad days. Any human being. No, any human being.
But you're
on the
saying a
planet,
lot of
they
bad
have
things are
few
happening.
days.
Yes,
We all
you
have
cannot
few
just
days,
say
bad
everything.
days.
Most
But
bad
hey,
things that have happened to do
every
with
day we're
humans.
healthy.
Yeah, exactly, with humans. So most of the wars you see around, yes, are basically, yes, they are.
Global warming, most of the rainforest cut
There you
down.
go. So you can't blame that to God, can you?
I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you.
What's stopping you then? What's stopping
Yeah, I think she needs to go. We can't.
What is it stopping you of believing in God? What
would convince
proof?
you?
What you believe? What you going to be convinced? God exists. Yeah. My God.
Maybe the bad experiences you had, maybe You're
I
saying,
think
are you saying you're blaming the church for it or something? No.
No. She's thinking
So
what will convince
So
her.
what is it that?
Thinking what could convince
Okay,
you
go
to
on.
believe in God.
Go on. Some miracle? No.
No, the only place I've been to where I actually felt something. We were in Italy and we went to, you know, the Sicily.
Sicily. Sicily.
No, Assisi.
Assisi, Assisi, in Italy.
And when you went past his tomb, there was a real, like a feeling of a buzzing. Buzzing. It was like a feeling, like almost like a vibe. That's the only time.
But how do you know it was because of
Probably got
that
someone
tomb?
putting something behind him making a noise, so you give him
I
money.
see.
Abdullah!
Funny enough,
So
he
with
happens to
reason
be the patron
convince
saint
you.
of animals.
Let's come to a few.
I thought I know you from somewhere. You
Right.
look familiar.
Madam, can we say one thing? Can we put out some very
How about we give her a Quran or something?
convince you?
What did you do with a copy of the Quran?
Yeah. Somebody got a copy of it?
As you said, you're open-minded.
Okay. I've got to buy it.
Sorry?
I've got to buy it.
No, it's free. It's free.
Would you read a copy of the Quran? Okay, get it from Abdullah.
We're in
Across
America.
there.
We
We'll
went
get you
to.
one.
Can you just get her one, inshallah?
2 minutes.
When we were in America, we went into the Mormon church as well,
Okay.
and we spoke to them, and that was really interesting, and the Scientology as well.
Maybe you should go to
That was really interesting.
Why don't you go to a mosque one day? Maybe you can have a conversation there.
Would I be allowed in though?
Yeah, of course you would. Yeah. All right.
I will. I'll come with my son.
Thank you, Hazel. You take
Thank you.
care.
Nice to talk to you.
Yes.
Let's